Is it time for the peace walls to come down?
Absolutely,
Curtis?
Stephen. It's absolutely time. We're sitting here with peace walls right down the middle of roads, blocking two communities together. It's
Maybe that's because they need to be there.
No, it's dividing communities, Stephen, I think. I think now that that there's peacetime, that after the Good Friday Agreement there's been more put up. After peacetime we should be taking them down, not trying to put more up.
But is there a need for them? If they come down, is there going to be rioting? Is there going to be violence? Like, are we at that place in Northern Ireland now?
At certain areas, I think there still is need for them. And as I said, in certain areas where you have areas that are still being attacked. But in other areas where you have gates, you have open flow of people getting in and out of the areas. I think that's the point. You should take them completely down instead of having a wee dinky door that they have to walk through.
Mary?
No, they shouldn't be taken down. Because I believe they're symbolic, like, to what's happened in the past, and it's not up to anyone else but the people in that community to have them peace walls for their own safety. Like, it makes them feel safe, especially coming up to things like the 12th and stuff. Like, they need to feel safe in their own house.
And that's the point, isn't it? You might sit here in the comfort of this place, but it's about whether people, as she says, who are in that community think they need them.
But then I also know people that live in the ones in our line that were taken down. You have the one that was taken down 5 years in the Martin McGuinness and Peter Robinson thing to get them taken down, and they are over the moon with what has happened.
Theo?
I really understand the enthusiasm with progress to get rid of them all at once. But from a standpoint of Northern Ireland citizens, I don't think the right thing to do is take them down overnight. We're making progress across communities.
But if we take that attitude, then they're never going to come down.
Well, no, we need to
because
build
this
more.
This lot are the oldies, right? There's either going to be and me. I'm with them in that generation. So if we keep on thinking like that, push it into the future, don't do it now. Do we not need something inspirational from your generation?
Well, there already is. You know, if you open your eyes to the world around you, I'm not saying you're not, but we have cross-community projects. We have cross-community projects. This school, as was mentioned earlier in the last debate, takes in pupils like from Mercy, the likes of St Malachy's, and that is just a tiny speck of the cross-community things that's going on, not just because of our politicians, because of boots on the ground young people who want to make a change.
Do you think it's their fault that the peace walls aren't down, or are they going to be part of the solution of bringing them down?
Well, I mean, Peter Robinson and Martin McGuinness in 2013, even though it was highly controversial, stood together and said, we're going to take them down by 2023. Now, for the DUP and Sinn Féin at that time to say we're going to take them down, I think is a big leap and a big step for them. But for people on the ground, like I said earlier, for young people, that's why I think it is important that as we grow with progress and as we all grow as a cross-community environment, that we take them down eventually.
Jim?
Well, I don't think they'll be down by 2023, I'll be honest with you. They can only
Why not? Why not be optimistic?
They'll only come down when both communities either side of the wall feel there's no need for them. And I have to say the example of Kewan Place in East Belfast showed that very little can provoke sectarian problems, and the walls have to stay up and indeed have to be increased in height. And I'm sorry, but we're nowhere near...
haven't been because actually what was done in that particular instance was a different kind of solution was used, where actually curtaining was used at the top to stop people throwing stuff over, but the wall actually wasn't increased in height. And it sounds like a very small thing, but just to know that most of the year that doesn't have to be there is actually a positive. People have a right to feel safe in their own community, in their own home. That's got to be the priority. But what we have to do is make people feel that sense of safety, because the people on the other side of the wall, they feel comfortable and secure with. That's the best kind of safety that you can have. The wall's not protection. Things go over the wall.
Claire, you see this sectarian divide. Look, what the top table experience has done for me, it's got me a lot more contact with young people's political views. And I don't hear green and orange and that sectarian divide from this generation any close to as much as an older generation.
That's where
I don't hear it.
That's where we have to take the hope from, because the fact is we're actually going backwards in this. There are more peace walls and they're higher than there were when we signed the Good Friday Agreement, and it's a physical representation of divided politics, because it's because we have to get rid of the politics that makes people either fear themins on the other side of the wall or to feel that themins are going to need attacked. And the fact is, stuff going over the walls is in the main from young children. None of you, I presume, were born at the time of the Good Friday Agreement. So the fact that we still have the kind of politics that is dividing communities is the problem. So you can't, I'm not walking in the shoes of people who live beside one. There's not a single one in my constituency. And I'm not saying bring them all down, but absolutely we should say that they should come down, and we need high targets to get them.